Inside the old and small workshop, 홍춘수 is busy making something which requires much detailed handwork. One of the most commonly found things today is paper. They are mass-produced through machines into same sizes and shapes. However, the paper made by 홍춘수 is quite different. The paper made by him is handmade in the traditional methods which can be found in old documents. From his skilled fingertips, the Korean traditional paper Hanji begins to breathe. Making Hanji is a process of working with nature. The mulberry tree is the basic raw material for Hanji. Since the old days, Hanji making artisans lived together, gathered around areas that had good conditions for mulberry trees to grow. A 1-year-old mulberry tree is the best to be used for making Hanji. The more tender the tree branches, better the quality of paper. Late autumn, the mulberry tree that has shed all its leaves is cut down. When cutting the mulberry tree, it is cut with a sickle so that the cut section faces south, which will help the tree to grow well the following year. Before, the scale of the mulberry tree forest used to be bigger. However, as demands for Hanji decreased significantly, it has now become quite difficult to find raw materials. Nevertheless, no matter how things have changed, the Hanji making process is all done by hand. A small village warmly surrounded by mountains. The artisan's workshop is located here, where it is full of nature's beauty. 홍춘수's workshop is full of mulberry trees. As the scale of his work became small, he has started working in his own house. His longest companion is his wife, who has been his second hand, always beside him. She was the one who gave him the strength to concentrate only on Hanji making for the past long years. His wife came to help with the bark peeling task of the mulberry tree.
들어가서 커피나 끓여. 내가 커피라고 끓여.
He tries very hard to stop her, for her health has become bad these days, but it is no use.
요거 저거 반듯반듯이 잘 봐요. 그리고
Pidak is a mulberry tree that has been boiled and peeled of its bark. Pikpi refers to pidak that has been peeled once again to remove the outer skins of the tree. The pidak process is what decides the good or bad quality of the Hanji. The couple working together has become a regular day's work since long time ago.
마음이 아프죠. 혼자 하는 게 옛날에는 안 그러다 이제 나이 먹어가지고 혼자 하는 게 하는 데까지 해야죠. 우리 남은 여성은.
It was very long ago when the artisan first learned the techniques of making Hanji in the true traditional methods. Hanji making was the traditional work of his family that was passed on from generation to generation. He learned Hanji making from his father, and as fate one day, this work naturally became his full-time work. It has been long years since the artisan has lived a life with the Hanji, and his snow-white hair now resembles the white-colored Hanji. Work he used to do outside, he does now inside the house. The artisan rinses the mulberry in clean water and then dries it to soften the fiber. The barks that have gone through this process can be stored for a long time. An important material needed in this step is ash. The Hanji making process takes such great detailed care from the beginning to the end. Even the ash is made with the touch of the artisan's careful handwork. The ash water helps to bleach the color of the paper and to give Hanji a stronger and more durable quality. Using such traditional bleaching methods helps to bring out the natural beauty of the fiber. The ash made this way is strained to produce ash water. Once the prepared ash water and the barks are put inside a large pot and boiled together, impurities are removed and pure white-colored fiber is born. As such, all the tasks of Hanji making is a handmade process. With the heat of the boiling stove, the workshop is filled with a warm atmosphere. Professor Chung San-young comes to visit once in a while to look at the artisan's works and to talk with the artisan. As it has become more and more rare to find people making handmade Hanji with the traditional methods, the professor has become a big source of encouragement for the artisan and his work. For a long time, the professor observes the artisan's work, which embodies the original characteristics of the traditional Korean paper, and talks about his thoughts.
우리나라 한지는 하얗고 광택 있고 그리고 견인하다는 겁니다. 이거는 아주 옛 문헌부터 고려시대 또는 그 이전부터 기록이 돼 있거든요. 이런 식으로. 근데 그것이 지금까지도 오늘날까지도 우리나라 거의 변하지 않는 커다란 특징이 되겠습니다. 홍 선생님은 그렇게 전통적으로 뜨시기 때문에 우선 이제 견인하다라고 얘기를 들을 수 있거든요. 손으로 두드려서 하시기 때문에 섬유가 끊어지지 않아서 보통 비터로 만든 일반 종이보다 견인하고요. 그 다음에 또 우리나라 닭을 주로 쓰시기 때문에 굉장히 광택이 있어요. 또 외발로 뜨시기 때문에 두 장을 합치거든요. 조금 이제 다른 것보다 더욱이 더 두꺼운 경향이 있겠죠. 전통적인 우리나라 종이의 그 특징을 그대로 다 갖추고 있다고 말할 수 있겠습니다.
It is unknown when the techniques of papermaking was introduced to Korea. The first paper was developed in 82 in China. However, the Korean traditional paper Hanji is known to be more outstanding than Chinese paper. This is proven just by looking at for how long the Korean Hanji can be preserved. Korean mulberry trees have stronger and tougher fiber construction than that of Chinese. Thanks to its special methods of production, Hanji is thick, strong, shiny, and provides good ink spreading effects. Since the Three Kingdoms period, paper began to develop with great speed. With the invention of paper, knowledge was transferred afar and brought great developments in culture and arts. The development of Hanji is in line with the development and history of the Korean culture. Hanji can be preserved for more than 1,000 years, and its purposes are numerous. Nowadays, they are also used to make household items and decorative objects with a special taste and traditional feeling. This is a place where various arts and crafts items are made using the Hanji. The Hanji is used in various ways and purposes. It is not only appreciated as paper, but also as a great material for making various arts and crafts items.
한지는 뭐 보시다시피 그 조그마한 상자에서부터 또 아주 큰 작품까지 제작이 가능하고 쓰임새도 다양합니다. 현대에 와서는 예술로서 그 중에서도 휴화나 공예 쪽에 발전을 많이 하고 있고요. 뭐 생활 속에도 깊이 파고들어서 명암이라든지 혹은 커튼이라든지 생활 속에서 많이 사용되고 있습니다.
The soft yet tough characteristics of the Hanji allows it to be twisted and turned to create various effects. And when used as an art material, it can give a diverse range of artistic effects and feelings. The texture of the mulberry tree can be found well on these dolls. As such, the unique and strong characteristics of the Hanji are well expressed through traditional arts and crafts. There is another person who learns from the artisan. It is his successor's son-in-law. 홍춘수 could not transfer his skills and knowledge to his own children, but to his son-in-law who showed great interest. Learning about the Hanji more and more each day is all new to him. It has been 3 years since he started the work of making Hanji. However, he still has lots to learn. Handwork is required even in the smallest details. His will, not to lose out even the tiniest things, is as strong as his master's. His family has been making Hanji since his father's generation. His father's tomb is located at a nearby hill. He has planted mulberry grass, which is an important material for making Hanji around the tomb. He visits the tomb once in a while to get some mulberry grass as well. The roots of the mulberry grass is used very importantly. Mulberry grass helps the mulberry tree bark from sticking together and staying apart. Mulberry grass also has neutral characteristics, so it prevents the Hanji from acidifying so that it can be preserved for a long time. When working around his father's tomb, his steps naturally lead him to his father's tomb. The work he started following his father one day became his work for life, and his passion for work is still continuing together with his successor. He has made Hanji all his life, but in front of his father, he still feels he is not good enough.
아직도 부족하죠. 내가 아무리 잘한다 하더라도. 아버님은 옛날에 아주 지금부랑 시대가 아주 어두운 시대에서 그만큼 모든 것을 했다는 것이 감사하고 나는 앞으로 더 열심히 더 노력하고 더 연구해서 아버님한테 내가 이만큼 아버님이랑 좀 그래도 어느 정도 옆에는 갈 수 있지 않는가. 내가 딴 일을 했다면은 아마 이런 보람 느끼지도 못하고 내가 후에 간 후라도 그 남을 것이 없는데 그래도 이 한지는 영원히 지금 말에 지대로 해서 만들면 5,000년은 간다고 합니다. 이게 한지가. 그게 이거 얼마나 뿌듯합니까?
Once the mulberry grass is prepared, they are cleansed in clean water and kneaded to make a viscous liquid. Even in cold weather, the artisan must wash the mulberry grass in cold water in order to give the Hanji its shine.
이렇게 해서 바로 내는 방법도 있는데 이게 봄에 심고서 가을에 설이 오기 전에 이거 주워야 합니다. 설이가 와버리면 이거 싹 벗겨져 버려. 이것도 싹 이것이 나오질 않아 버려. 싹. 이 한지 이게 딱불이 들어가면서 이 종이가 반대롭기도 하고 또 종이에 대해서 한지에 대해서 이게 생명이라고 볼 수가 있는 것이죠. 이게.
In the old days, Hanji was called 백지, which has a dual meaning of white paper as well as work that needs 100 handworks. As this name tells, it needs many detailed handwork and yet still more. Now it is the task of observing the bark in the water, one by one, to check if there are any impurities or dirt, and taking them out.
네, 저희 선생님께서는 이렇게 한지가 이렇게 보면은 깨끗하고 부드러운 면도 있으면서도 이렇게 완성이 돼가지고 어느 이렇게 쓰이는 곳에 가서는 강한 면도 있거든요. 그런 성품을 많이 닮으신 것 같더라고요. 그래서 좀 이렇게 온유하면서도 강직하신 그런 모습이 참 굉장히 좋습니다.
A sunny afternoon, the work becomes more alive. This process called the takdok is a task requiring much strength. The mulberry must be beaten like this, so that the fibers are naturally spread out to make good textures. In the Chinese paper-making method, it is grinded, but in the Korean method, the artisan beats it to make it evenly spread out. This is Korea's traditional method of making. Late in the evening, his son came to pay a visit from Gwangju. His second son comes to visit once a week. The artisan's family is busy preparing dinner for the son's family. The family gathers at one table. The artisan's face is full of happiness as he holds his grandchild. His son tries to make up for his sorry feeling of not being able to follow the steps of his father's work by paying a visit to his father every week. However, the feelings of regret cannot be erased easily.
저는 아버님이 어렸을 때 봤을 때부터 어떻게 보면 이 길이 좀 힘들었어요. 왜냐면 여기 냇가도 있었지만 겨울 같은데 땅 같은 거 물을 흘러가는 데 있을 때 그 다 건지서 뭐 손 넣을 때 그런 모습들, 그다음에 겨울에 이거 심는 모습들, 또 겨울에 심지만 이거 뜰 때 그런 모습들, 그런 모습이 힘든 가운데 지금까지 오셨거든요. 그러한 모습이 어떻게 보면 그냥 또 먹고 살기 위해서만 했다면 아마 그때 한번 바뀌었을 겁니다. 그래도 그 모습에서는 그래도 아버님 나름대로의 어떤 생각을 가지시고 지금까지 오신 것 같아요. 앞으로도 어떤 그런 생각을 가지고 평생 동안 일하실 것 같습니다.
A joyful evening with the family. The family spend their time talking about their week. The grandfather can't get enough of his grandson's charm. The son feels sorry for his father, who has continued difficult handworks for a long time. The artisan's work continues even at dark at night. The paper floating process called the 물질 is the process of scooping out the mixture of water and mulberry fiber with a blind. The soaked paper that was moved from the container on a blind is stalked up one by one. This process of putting the blind in the container and shaking it front to back is the technique that decides the quality of the paper. It is the most important process in making hanji.
여기서 이 종이가 이제 잘 되고 안 되는 건 여기 작업이 또 있습니다. 왜냐하면 여기서 앞 가면서 앞에서 이렇게 뜨는 것은 앞물질이라고 해서 사람 말하면 빼고 옆물은 살을 채워주는 겁니다. 수의사 실은 이것도 습관이 되어나서 이게 그냥 갑자기 온 사람 아마 여기다가 얼마 안 넣고 있으면 못 할 것입니다. 그러나 이제 오래 하다 보니까 그 감각이 약간 해서는 그냥 좀 넘어가죠.
Next is the step of drying the wet paper. The paper is dried as hot air is blown on them. Once they are dried to the right degree, they are peeled off. With repeated sweeping, the papers are dried thoroughly and evenly. The artisan touches the paper himself and checks if they have been well dried. He can tell if they have been well made or not just by the touch on his fingertips. The completed hanji do not have any folds nor clogged areas on the surface. The hanji holds the textures of nature in itself, and as it is made through the traditional making process, it breathes life. Every time the artisan finishes a work, he visits the paper museum. Looking at how paper has changed with time, he takes time to recall and think over his own work and time. Looking at the old tools he used to see when he was a child, he remembers many things. Paper has been with man throughout the development of human culture and history. Looking at the old Hanji that has been preserved for many years, thanks to its durable characteristics, the artisan always feels his talents are still shortcoming. The most popular room in the museum is the Hanji room. One can experience making Hanji with the hands, following the traditional methods of making. It is a place always busy with students. To students today, Hanji may look like a very, very old object. It is another joy for the artisan to look at young students so interested in Hanji. He teaches the students what he knows about Hanji and becomes friends with them. He is proud of the students and is happy that he can spend his time with them.
제가 이제 노력하고 더 여러 사람들을 볼 때 그래도 저 사람이 노력껏 하더니 그 좋은 것이 작품을 남겨놓고 갔구나. 그리고 좋은 일을 하고 있구나. 이것을 한다면 내가 더 겸손하고 더 열심히 해야 되겠다고 생각합니다.
The reason 홍춘수 was able to continue and concentrate on Hanji making over the long and difficult years was probably because he had made the unique characteristics of Hanji become his own characteristics. The artisan has spent more than 50 years of his life together with Hanji, but the Hanji he has made by blowing in his breath of life will continue to live on for more than 1,000 years, and his Hanji making work will also go on. His Hanji breeze, the natural textures of Hanji, and the careful touches of the artisan deeply embodied in it will live with Hanji over the generations to come.